Maybe I can get a stream career like Ravina. Watch, I'm going to do exactly what Ravina does in her stream. There we go. Flip reset and clean landing. Goal. Nailed it. We're literally going to become a free play streamer. Is this how it's done? Look at this. Huge plays. Absolutely insane. GC mechanics on show here. Yeah, she does flicks as well. Wait, I'm going to do a nutty flick. Are you guys ready for this? I'm going to become a full-time free play streamer. It looks really fun. Oh, actually, that was too good. I meant to do worse. Hold on. I did it in the bar, though, so I guess it's technically the worst possible flick. But I didn't mean to flick it. I was trying to miss the flick, and I hit the flick. Hold on. Right, let's do it again. There we go. That's a nice... That's what we're going for. Nice, safe flick. No danger of that hitting the crossbar. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to flick it high because then it might hit the bar and you miss. If you flick it nice and low, like I just demonstrated, then you're safe. You're never going to hit the crossbar. Party time. Look, it happened so long ago that my flick's not even in the replay. Free play? Why are you laughing at the way I'm saying free? How do you guys say it? Don't get me started again on the way Americans pronunciate things. Pronunciate. What am I even saying? Gazar, thanks for 56 months tier 1, brother. Oh my goodness. Literally insane. That's probably a goal. Probably just in. Like, we don't even need to do anything else. It's probably a goal. Eventually. Eventually. Yeah, I probably don't even have to do anything else. Alexander Tia, thanks for the 32-month tier 1. Really appreciate it, man. Right, we're just going to score a really quick pinch goal, because that's something else that people do in free play. Nailed it. How do you do pinches? I low-key learned this on stream one day, but I forgot everything I learned. I forgot everything. How are you supposed to do it again? The problem for me is I never actually try this in games. I just do it in free play like one time, and then I'm like, you arrowed the wrong way? That's what you think, bro. That's what you think. Wait till you see this. Haha. This is the one. Pinch goal. Coming up. Oh, okay. Okay, progress. Is there like a pinch goal training pack? There must be. Where's training packs? Custom. Browse. I like a favorited bronze silver training from Thanovich. There we go. The one for me. It's probably like too hard for me. I bet I miss a shot in bronze silver. This is hilarious. Bronze silver. Here we go. Grand Champ does bronze silver training. Okay, we're good. 1 for 1. Excellent. So far, we are killing the game. Right, what are you supposed to do here? You're supposed to just absolutely slaughter the ball. It's a good thing nobody saw that, or else that would be really embarrassing. It's okay, it's fine. I was just training for twos. There's a teammate there. This is not bronze silver. Bronze silver? Are you serious? I miss these every single game. Literally, I'll miss that in every game I ever play. Bronze silver. Come on. Like, actually. Okay, what is this? Are you supposed to save this, or... Oh, it is going in. Okay. I backflipped. So what are you supposed to do here? Are you supposed to do like a full pitch dribble or something? What is the goal here? Am I missing something? Am I supposed to score? What is this training pack? What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to save it and then score? Can I just leave it? Perfect. The ball comes to me. Excellent. We don't have to do anything. This is not bronze silver though. What the... This is like... This is what at all what I would tell a bronze silver to do. It was funny actually. I was watching Rizzo coaching Atrioc. Type 1 in chat if you were watching Rizzo coach Atrioc, which I think went pretty well. I think Rizzo did a reasonable job. I'm literally missing this every time. Why is this in a bronze? This is a joke, right? Thanovich is memeing. This is a meme. There's no way that silvers are supposed to be able to read this. I can't read this. But I thought it was really funny when I was watching Rizzo coaching Atriox. He started off with like, step 1. Okay, now we need to learn how to bounce dribble. Is this the pack that he gave to Atriox? Is that what it is? Is this the one that Rizzo gave him? I can't remember. Let it bounce? That's no fun. No fun in that. Plus, like, actually it would be a bad habit to let this bounce. Like, see in a game, I mean, I guess if you saw that nobody's coming, you could let that bounce, but usually this kind of ball in 2s or 3s, if you're going to go for it, someone's definitely up for that. Like, if you're going to go, somebody's up. There's no way that nobody's up for a ball like this in the midfield. You can usually let it bounce if it's, like, closer to your goal, and the other team would have to commit much farther to come for you. But yeah, this is definitely, like, not bronze at all. Like, not at all. Like, I don't know, what do you guys think? Am I wrong on this? Or does this kind of ball, the ball that's hitting the ceiling, I feel like every time that this happens, an opponent is up for it and they're shooting a complete laser on your goal, so you have to go. Like, there's a laser, there's an absolute zoomer of a shot flying at your net if you don't attack that ball early. Rizzo made one? How do we find the Rizzo one? Hold on. Let's find the Rizzo training. How do you do it? Maybe he didn't publish it. Does anyone have the code for it? The Atriox training pack. Anyway, we were looking for pinches as well. But I don't know where pinches are. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Right, hold on. There's a few ways to do this. I mean, actually with this kind of angle, like, you probably would want to do it like this, because it ball's a little bit in front of you, but I've seen lots of success from players in the past also doing it like this, where if they can get completely side on to the ball, that can work as well. You need to go side on, and then you can air roll this way. But if you're kind of behind it, I think you have to just air roll like this. It's kind of the only way. But yeah, I would usually try and just be dead side on to it. I think it's easier to calculate when you're trying to shoot it on target. There we go. We did it. Not very fast. Probably would have got saved, but I feel like it's way more consistent when you're going straight sideways into it, for me. This one is a little bit offset though, which is kind of weird. I feel like that's not how I would teach people to do their first ever pinch shot. I'd always tell them to go straight sideways. There we go. In off the corner. Easy peasy. Never mind. But yeah, what's your guys' technique? Do you flip sideways? Do you do what I'm doing here? Like, I feel like this is pretty good actually. Somebody's saying I'm air rolling the wrong way, but I think I've had the most success doing this. Where you air roll like this way. In order for getting like the most power with an octane at least. Rather than this way. Oh well, that one worked, but I usually mess it up when I do this. Every time. This was probably pretty good. Oh, I meant to go next shot. I'm flipping way too early though, most of these. You want to like wait till later. So you can really drill through the ball. But I think most people who I've seen, I haven't seen a pinch goal in any of my games I've played this season. Most people don't even like try and shoot. They just hit it. They just like pinch the ball straight into the wall. They're not even trying to shoot. It's only at a very high level that people are actually shooting these. Side flip so you can chase after it when you mess up. Well, if you want to kind of hedge it, you can just, you know, not flip at all. Like do this kind of thing. Like if you're trying to control it, you could just like, you know, pop it off the wall. This is a pretty good play to try and practice anyway. You're just gonna do it in casual ones. That's rough. What was I trying to practice? I went to a casual ones game the other day. There we go. Oh, wait. I didn't even realize that there was like a timer limit on this one. Has that been there the whole time? Because I feel like I really slow rolled one in recently. And now it's like not letting me. Oh, is this like the second shot or something? Is this shot 2? Hey, Fear, thanks for the raid. Hopefully you're at a good stream, man. This is shot 2, isn't it? The previous one was shot 1, I think. I don't know what my most consistent way to do this one is, though. I kind of want to check the next shot. This angle is not doing it for me. Oh, you watch partied it. Yeah, those guys are good. Ricky's a beast in show matches, for sure. Something else I noticed about my play is I prefer to air roll left. I'm an air roll left main. So like this side, I'm probably more comfortable doing like this than I am on the other side. Because I'm not an air roll righter. Never have been. Okay, well now we're an air roll righter, I guess. There we go. Yeah, most people are air roll left mains because they're controller players, and the air roll left is the one on the left of the controller. I think it just makes the most sense. But I don't know why. I can't explain why I'm a keyboard air roll lefter, because there's really no advantage. Oh my. Okay, that was kind of good. What was this? I side flipped away from the ball. Okay, I think I just got super lucky there. I don't think that technique is gonna be repeatable. I was off on the wrong side of the ball. Like I was too far forward, so I side flipped to the right to correct it, and then it just went in. Wow. Okay, I'm an air roll right main. Did it. I don't know though. Somebody is saying that this is the wrong way to air roll. This feels like the most consistent way for me to air roll like this. Like if you want to shoot to the left with a pinch, you should air roll right. I don't know if that's just me though. Do we have any pinch mains in chat who can say they've tested everything? This feels by far the most consistent. There we go. This is straight in, repeatable. You can definitely repeat this technique. Bam, straight in the middle of the ball, front flip. Just air roll right, front flip, easy. Straight in the middle of the ball. 2 in a row. There we go. Air roll right, front flip in the middle of the ball. That's like, I think that's the way to do it. Consistently, at least. This is the easiest way. There might be ways to generate more power, but that's 2 in a row from a caster. 3 in a row. This is rolling in, but it's on target. So at least it's something. Is it gonna make it? It's made it. Oh, I missed one. The other like advantage of kind of doing it like this is you don't need to commit to actually pinching until like, I mean, look how late I can commit to the pinch here and still have the technique just fine. Which is kind of good for mind gaming it, because people might think that you're not pinching. They'll think you're just going for a kind of a wall play, and then at the last second you're like, actually just kidding, I'm pinching. You just like, you know, you just reveal it very, very late, like this. Beautiful. Look how late we revealed it here. This is how it's done. They would never know. They think I'm just going for a ceiling shot. Nope, we're pinching the ball. Straight in. That would probably be a goal in most ranked games. I should probably do pinches in ranked games. Nice. The only thing I would probably want to do it when I have low boost though, because it is a giveaway of possession whenever you miss and you're out of the game. So you don't want to just do it at any time. Seems like you want to hit it like, I don't know if you want to hit it when it's rolled up onto the black. Yeah, you kind of want to hit it right as it crosses this line to roll onto the black Rocket League sign. Like right as it's crossing that line and right in the middle. Do another bizarre LCS. Maybe one day, man. The problem with doing like stuff like the bizarre LCS is there's no way to admin tournaments in Rocket League. So if I make a tournament, people might just smurf in it. There's not really much I can do. I'm confident we can hit this. We can hit this. We can do it. I'm not even an air roll righter and we're gonna do it. No. We've actually hit like multiple. I think I've hit like 4 straight into the net. And now that we have to hit it straight into the net, I bet I'm not gonna be able to. Yeah, smooth bounce. You want to know the code of this training pack? I just searched for it, bro. I went training, custom, and then I browsed and I searched. There it is. I'll copy it for you though, since I'm better at searching than you. Oh, I accidentally went to the last shot. That's fine. Nutty backflip. Crazy pinch. There's one in featured as well. Wait, there is. Hold on. I gotta see this. Maybe it's a better one. Ah, pinch shots. Okay, let's see this. Oh, it's worse. What is this? What is this setup? Who goes for pinches with this kind of angle? This is the people who like want to do the side flip pinch like this. You want to like fly into it like this or something. I don't do that. I think it's less consistent for me. That must be what this is trying to do though. Have we done it? Are you serious? Yeah, this is more like the pinch that Cuxer popularized. This kind of setup where there's more of an angle. That's the one that Cuxer popularized, where you would like come in sideways, and he wouldn't even like flip sometimes. Sometimes he would just fly. Yeah, like this. There we go. So I did it, but I'm really inconsistent with these, so I prefer the other one. Here we go. This is the angle one. But I think I prefer the other setup, where you're like straight onto the ball. When you go in like that front flip, I mean, I literally just scored it with a diagonal flip, so I don't think you have to front flip on that one. I've seen many people do all of the different types of pinch shots with success, but I think the most consistent one is the ones that just go straight into the wall and they air roll completely sideways. That's the ones I've seen that's the most consistent. How does a pinch work? So the way a pinch works is the server tries to calculate a way for the ball to go. And since you and the wall are both hitting it like multiple times, it calculates that the only way the ball can go to escape the hitbox of the car and the wall is really, really quickly out to the side. So that's why it does that. It goes really quickly out to the side because it's the only way that it cannot break the rules of physics, which would be to enter the car's hitbox or the wall's hitbox. So yeah, it's the wall rapidly solving like, oh no, if we don't get rid of this ball, it's going to go inside the hitbox, which is impossible. So it doesn't do that. Much harder to set up in free play. Wall pinch mechanic to send it down. The ball is useful, but actually aim for goal. Well, I mean, you might as well aim for goal, because if you miss, then you've pinched it clear. You might as well shoot. You might get lucky and actually hit the target. But yeah, learning the setup for the pinch is probably the thing that most people don't practice and should practice more, because as you can see, I've done a few there in the training, but then I don't have any idea how to set it up. Like, I don't know the weight or the position for how to set it up, because I've just never practiced this before. Who makes the intros for Smug series? For Smug we had 6 video editors: Linksy, Little Cat Steps, Tornado, Flixie, RoboForce, and Amaryllis. So those 6 guys made the intros. Every week, well, usually, unless one of them was busy, they would make 1 intro each every week. Some weeks somebody would be busy, so someone else would do 2 intros that week. Yeah, it was those 6. I went nowhere. You just set it up lol. Well, yeah, it's all muscle memory though, isn't it? Like, knowing what you're supposed to be doing is one thing, but knowing how hard you're supposed to hit the ball so it doesn't get away from you, but also it rolls up at the perfect speed onto that curve so you can easily snipe it as it crosses that curve. Like, that's the difficulty. And also giving you enough time to, like, you know, make a gap there and then also catch up to it. Like, I don't know if I would ever get to the point where I'm doing this in games like that. So I think, what do you call it? Kind of just waiting for the dream scenario to happen and then going for it is the way that I would do it. Like, I would just wait for, the moment to happen in game where I'm like, oh wait, it's literally the training pack. Like, sometimes in a game you're just like, oh my goodness, it's the training pack thing. It's lined up perfectly. This is what I practiced. And then you can just do it. But yeah. You might be waiting a while if you don't learn the setup. Thing is though, I mostly play 2s, which, as you can see, if I go for pinches in my 2s games, most of the time it's going to result in me giving up possession like this. The other team now have the ball. It's just their ball. Or, yep, there again, they have the ball. And again, 3 in a row, or I've given possession away. You know, I'm just giving away possession here. Now I'm putting my team in threat of getting scored on. You know, like, there's so many drawbacks to doing this in 2s. Whereas if you do it in threes, it's not that bad, because usually even if you give the other team the ball, your teammates can do something. They can either like go for demos or they can go for any follow-up play on it. So it's not as detrimental to just like randomly pinch the ball in threes. Threes mains are probably going to find this more useful. I can't even do it at all right now. I'm overthinking. I've lost my flow state completely. We're not just doing it anymore. A lot of people hit it just after it crosses the black, not just as it enters. Yeah, I've seen this as well. I mean, I've seen people score pinches where it's way up there in the sidewall, but there is a reason why I want to be able to hit it like this, and the reason is deception. Like, take a look at the replay here. Look at the timing between like me revealing that I'm gonna actually do a pinch and the pinch happening. It's like very, very small window, and that's what you want. You want people to be like, oh my goodness, he's pinching, not to be like, oh, like a lot of time people are like this. They're like, you know, flying in at the ball, and it's super obvious that they're pinching, and then it just gets saved. Like, you want to just wait until the last possible second if you can, and then do it, because it's more likely to work, more likely to catch people off guard. So especially for me, someone who's not really going to be practicing or not really implementing this in my gameplay too much, I just want to get good at like reacting to the very, very specific times where the ball is just ahead of me like this. 'Cause it does happen, you know, the ball's ahead of you and then you're like, okay, now I'm going to air dribble or something, you know? But instead of that, you could just like go, oh cool, I'm just pinching. Just the last second, just pinch it. Literally become a free play streamer. I sometimes do this where I just like go live chat and chat to everybody and mess around a little bit. But yeah, especially these days when I'm doing a lot of RLCS casting, like we're doing Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays RLCS casting now, so I can't stream as much. Well, I could stream in those days, but usually I'm just like really tired from Rocket League, because I have to watch the entire tournaments, not just the games I'm casting. I don't have to, but I want to, because I want to be knowledgeable of what's actually happening. Don't feel like I'd be doing my job very well if I didn't know what happened in the entire tournament. So yeah, it's hard to stream Rocket League or make more Rocket League content on a day where you've done that. Because RLCS is pretty packed right now. Do I do the fantasy RLCS? I have in the past, but I don't anymore. It's just like I have so much RLCS in my life right now that I need to do other stuff, you know? I might have to switch to the other side of the pitch. I can't do this at all right now. Can't do this air roll left nonsense. Can't do it at all. That was a decent try. A boost button got stuck. Yeah, it's European RLCS this week. Between RLCS and the grid, there's just like, there's so much. Rocket League these days, it's mad. There's just a ton. I don't actually know what Psyonix or Rocket League Esports plans are for the future, but I personally would be surprised if they go for the same volume next year or next season, because I think with RLCS being so busy, grid is just becoming, for a lot of players, an unnecessary extra, or like a thing that they probably don't want to have to do on top of RLCS. But I kind of wish, like, see, the cool thing about grid for me is the org streams. I think the org streams are really, really cool. I think that's a great integration, and it's a really cool way for like community casters, like production teams, to learn and to get experience and show off their stuff. So the fact that they've incorporated orgs streams into day 0 of RLCS events is genius. I have to give Psyonix so much props for this. This is just awesome, in my opinion. I think that's super clever. To mix up the content a little bit, because if they did day 0, like the first day of groups on the Rocket League channel, it would do well. It would get tons of viewers, but it would just be more of the same. So like mixing it up and giving it like an overtime. Do they have an overtime for it? I don't think they do, but they could get one quite easily. Finton, no you don't. You just have to be more accurate. you really don't have to jump earlier. In fact, I'm deliberately practicing not jumping earlier. I've said this, or I've explained it a few times, but if you just joined in, I'm trying to jump as late as possible because doing this kind of thing where you fly in, it just telegraphs that you're pinching to the other team, so it's a good thing to practice to just be able to really quickly rip out the pinch like this without any setup, or any more setup than you absolutely need. It is very hard though, that's why I'm getting it wrong. But I don't want to be doing this kind of thing where you're flying into the ball for any longer than you have to. But yeah, Fear, I've said the same thing many times. I think that RL Esports would do well to incorporate 1v1 and 2v2 to RLCS. I think it would give it the variety, and it would give it the legitimacy to take it to the next level. It would just make Rocket League, it would make people realize how deep Rocket League is. Like, oh my goodness, you can play this game 1v1, play it 2v2, you can play it 3v3, who knows, it could even expand, maybe make the bigger map and add 4v4, 5v5, like, who knows. But adding a different game modes and different sized teams to Rocket League would give so many interesting storylines. Imagine if you had like a 1v1, 2v2 and a 3v3 RLCS all at the same time, all accumulating in the same LAN, and then you have a player who wins like all three. Like, that would be unreal. Like, literally like somebody winning multiple gold medals at the Olympics. It's like when you have one of those insanely good athletes who wins like a sprinting event, or wins like a track event and a field event at the same Olympics, like back in the day. Also, I think like there's a huge audience for 1v1, as evidenced by 1v1 on YouTube being bigger than 3v3 on YouTube. Hasn't been tapped into yet. More people play 2v2 than any other game mode in Rocket League. It's the most played game mode. So I think like competitive 2v2 would be awesome, because people could be like, oh yeah, look, I can learn what the pro 2v2 players are doing and now I can go play that. But I think 3v3 is awesome as well, don't get me wrong. I don't think 3v3 should be replaced. But like, now that the 3v3 prize pool is super healthy and really like lucrative for all those players, I think 3v3 is in a good place. You don't need to add more to that. I think they should just do 1s, 2s as the next projects for RLCS. Why am I better at this one now? I don't understand. This feels so awkward, but it's easier. I don't think you need to change the ball speed at all to 17. Just like make a bigger map, that's all. I think the ball speed is fine. Plus, it would be kind of weird if the ball was just faster when you add more players. It doesn't really make sense. Like, why should the ball be faster from a physics point of view? Why am I better at this side? I don't understand. This is literally, it feels so much more awkward because I don't air roll this way. I think the reason it might be working is because I'm just not overthinking this side. You always have a better 2s rank than 3s? Yeah, I think me too. 2s is my best game mode by far. But one of the reasons that 3s annoys me in particular is because casting high level 3v3 for a living a lot of the time. Like, well, I don't really do that for a living, I guess, but I do cast 3v3 for RLCS. That was a beauty. And when I play ranked, I'm like, this isn't even the same game. Ranked 3v3 is not even remotely close to pro 3v3. So I'm just like, ugh, this is so dissatisfying because everybody's just trash. It's just really disappointing. See, like, I took that one really early, actually. Whereas the guy who said you gotta fly for longer, how about that? Do I still have a regular job? No, I've not had a regular job for 5 years. I've done Rocket League content for 5 years now. Like, actually more than 5 years. I've been full-time with Rocket League. Well, yeah, I've been earning enough to say that I'm full-time with Rocket League for like 4.5 years, I would say. Like 4.5 years ago is where I knew, like, oh, I'm actually making enough money to do this. That was like, yeah, 4.5 years ago I knew this. But I've been making Rocket League content for 5 years. Like doing full-time, like streaming and growing my channel and my YouTube and Twitch for 5 years now. Yeah, I haven't really deviated. I've like kept pretty consistent. Started off promoting Rocket League 1v1, and 5 years later, I'm still promoting Rocket League 1v1. So yeah, that's I think all the people way back in the day who were like, you know, Johnny's just getting some clickbait videos. I think they can now rest assured that that was not the case. I've kind of wanted to do or you know, kind of taken this somewhere. I'm sure there were some people at the start who just thought I was going to try and like bounce after growing my brand. That was never really the plan though. I've said this many times. I want a Rocket League 1v1 LAN. I want to make Rocket League 1v1 an esport. Or I want to help make Rocket League 1v1 an esport. Obviously I can't do that myself, but I can definitely help. Thank you, Feed RL. Appreciate it. Let the ball roll higher. I said this already. If you just tuned in, I'll say it again. But I don't want to let the ball roll higher, because then it's more obvious that I'm going for a pinch. This is bad practice. I want to learn how to do it like from this height, because then if I can do it from this height with relative consistency, it's harder to see coming. It's harder for the other team to react to it if you do it lower on the wall, if you do less of a jump, less telegraphed. So this is probably the place you want to do it. Played against a guy with my name today. What server? What game mode? Because the last time I played Rocket League was like 24 hours ago, so it probably wasn't me. And I was in US West server. 160 ping. EU West 3v3. Well, there is no such server as EU West. I don't know if you mean US West. Yeah, I played some US West 3's games last night with CJ and Yummy Cheese Man. And we were clapping up. We were all the champ 2s. They stood no chance against us. I'm literally like, why am I worse at this on this side that I'm more comfortable air rolling on? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm better at air rolling left, and I can't do this now. Is it because I'm not front flipping? Maybe it's because I'm not front flipping. Okay, I'll try front flipping. Champ who's exactly CJ. EU servers, Diamond 1-2. I'm afraid to say that that was not me, my friend. I'm sorry to say that Diamond 1-2 Europe server, that ain't me, bro. But I did play some US West 3's last night. Yeah, why am I better at this from the side I don't even air roll? I don't air roll right. I never air roll right, but for some reason, is it just the way this training pack is set up? Like, is this training pack just more accurate on this side? Because literally I can't miss on this side, and I can't do it on the side I'm actually good at air rolling on. I'm an air roll lefter, but for some reason I'm nailing the air roll right pinch setup. So much better. I think this this training pack's probably just better for this side. I think it's just easier on this side or something. Like, maybe you're just perfectly aligned on this side but not the other side. And the micro adjustments are just not being made by me. Alright, we have to go to the last shot and hit it in without bouncing. Yeah, this is consistent. And I feel like this is really not telegraphed as well, because I'm not jumping till the last second, not revealing that we're going for the pinch till very, very late. So yeah, people would never have the time to react to that, which is the key. Oh yeah, like that, nobody sees that coming. They're definitely going to think, if somebody saw this, they're going to think I'm air dribbling, or they're going to think I'm going for wall shot, because then look at that, there's hardly any time between like the jump off the ground and the flip. Very, very quick. There you go, twice. Central on the ball on the other side. I'm not really thinking about it. CJ, I'm just like kind of flipping it, seeing what happens. But yeah, a lot of people have been saying you need to jump sooner, you need to let the ball roll higher, and I keep saying, but I'll say it again because I know some people are probably just tuning in. I don't want to hit the ball. I don't want to be pinching the ball above the line. I don't want to be jumping sooner, because that's just telegraphing the shot. It's better to practice it with a very, very quick setup that's harder to see coming. A setup that looks like you're not going for a pinch is the key. Because if you do this, people, as soon as you reach kind of this kind of range, people are going to think you're going for just a wall play. So they're not going to expect you to just randomly at the last minute go for a pinch out of nowhere. So yeah, surprise factor. That's the name of the game. And I see some pros are really good at this. I know Ixo's insanely good at this in 1v1. Like the amount of times I've seen him go for pinches out of nowhere, like suddenly he'll just realize, he won't even go for a setup. He'll just be like, oh, I can pinch this, and he just will. And then it'll just go in. I'm like, whoa, okay, that was cool. And yeah, the opponents have a hard time seeing it coming because it just happens so fast. And I think Ixo's the person that I saw using the exact technique that I'm trying to do first. First player that I saw really doing it well. First player that I saw doing it was Jazer. I saw Jazer doing this, and I saw Ixo doing it in competitive. They were the first players that I saw popularizing it. It's a different technique than, I mean, the Cuxer one is like you go sideways, which is kind of unfortunate. When people, when a pinch happens like this, like that kind of pinch that I just did, and then a caster calls it the Cuxer pinch, I'm just thinking to myself, listen, I love Cux. One of my favorite Rocket League people, just one of my favorite people I've met through Rocket League. He's awesome. But that is not a Cux pinch. Like, Cux, yes, he's probably the first player who invented smashing his face into the ball next to the wall and scoring with it. But he definitely didn't come up with this particular technique. This is, I think, Jazer's idea. Popularized by Ixo and various other EU 1v1 players at the time. Yeah, I think this is pretty consistent. I feel like pretty confident on this side. I don't know why I can do it on this side. I literally can't do it on the other side. Like, what is going on? Why am I nuts on this side? What is happening? I'm not an aerial writer, but it works. What do you see in players like FairJame that makes you think their personal skill ceiling is higher than other pros? They just hit the ball harder, recover faster, and yeah, read bounces earlier. Go on, son. Oh, come on. Go on, son. Top corner. Oh, in off the post as well. Okay. Yeah, we're consistent with this one. This is viable. This is viable. This side. The other side, no shot. I'm trash. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. I'm trash on the side that I should be good at. But yeah, that's just life, I guess.